A train. A train, son of a bitch, the only thing that could have gone wrong. There's nowhere to go. I still can't see any station ahead of me, and I can't go back, it's too far. And I'll never make it running towards an oncoming train. I turn and search the subway walls, desperately hoping that I missed something, as the light from the oncoming train appears as a speck behind me. Solid. Not even an indent. Oh, God, I don't want to die. Not here, not like this. This is such a pathetic way to die. Ankle deep in sewage, alone, so deep underground that no one will ever find my body. The light of the train is growing brighter behind me, and all I can think about is how my body is going to react to being hit by a train. Will I explode? Will I stick to the front of the train, or will I be dragged underneath and ripped to shreds slowly and painfully? I've got to calm down. I need to focus to get positive. I look behind me and the light is getting brighter. I've got about 30 seconds left before this train paints the walls with my guts. So I close my eyes and slowly begin to walk forward, praying. If I'm gonna die, I at least want to go to heaven. God, I know I'm not the perfect person and I really messed up and I made a really stupid decision, but please just let there be a hole in the floor so I can fall through. I don't even care if I break my legs, I just want to live. And then just as if to say, yeah, shut up. Here you go. My shin strikes something hard. I crouch down into the awful, stinking muck, and there's a metal grate of some sort. And I dive my hands into the water and reach under it. It must be designed to catch garbage because it's full of cans and bottles and wrappers, but it looks like the right size. So I should be able to squeeze my body in there and wait for the train to pass overhead. It's my only shot. 15 seconds and it's all over. So I start to hollow out the space, my hands drudging through water, scraping the floor of the tracks. 10 seconds. I hold my breath and I stick my head under the water, squirming to get into the grate. Not gonna fit. I need to push all the air out of my lungs. So I come up for one good deep breath of air, the trash water trickling into my mouth and eyes. 5 seconds. The train is barreling towards me, and I push all of the air out of my lungs, and I plunge back into the grate, and there's a massive trembling above me as car after car of the subway train passes by, and I'm frozen, still. All my muscles lock tight for fear of them spazzing from the lack of oxygen. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. The train is vibrating my body. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I can feel the top of the water moving as a fire ignites in my chest. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. How long is this damn train? Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. I can feel the wind on the back of my head as the last car finally shoots past. Da-dum, da-dum. And even though I'm suffocating, I give it a good 5 seconds before I dare move again, just in case I'm wrong. Okay, coast is clear, and thank God, because I need air right now. I position myself to get out and start to wriggle. I can't move. I push harder. Damn! Stuck tight. Maybe I need to let out some more air, so I force out another inch of air from my lungs. And as the 4 bubbles rub past my face on the surface, I figure that should do the trick. But still, I push and I can barely move. Now I really start to panic. I must be caught on something. I thought hit by a train was a bad way to go, but suffocating in garbage? No, my life is worth more than that. I will get out of here. So my body is starting to convulse. Soon I'm gonna lose my strength, and then my consciousness to a lack of oxygen. And I start pushing as hard as I can, pushing for my life as my eyes start to see billions of colors racing around against the inside of my eyelids. And now, in a moment of sudden clarity, I see the problem, or feel it. My belt is stuck on the metal grate above me. I can feel myself starting to pass out. And so I push myself further into the grate, freeing my belt from the stray metal hook. And as I push myself back and fly out of the nook as fast as I can, I feel the metal hook rip through my shirt and open a long gash up my back. And I can't scream because there's no air in my lungs, so the only sound I make is that of a violent inhalation and then coughing from all of the foul water that entered my throat along with it. I fall to my side, sucking in air and droplets of stink water until I can see again, until I connect again with this earth. I've got to get out of here before another train comes. Who knows when that could be? So I force myself up to my feet, still gripping my iPhone for dear life. Broken, but honestly, what's 400 bucks compared to life? I'd buy 200 iPhones to keep from dying. I've got a tough journey back without my flashlight app. But at least this time I'm heading towards the light. And then all of a sudden, as I'm standing there, building up the strength to move forward, wincing through the pain of my fresh wound, which I have no concept at all of how bad it really is, but it feels terrible. And I'm standing there squinting at the pinch of light back where I started, trying to make out the platform, about to start my journey back to salvation, and I get this thought. It's a small thought, but a strange thought, as if someone had whispered it into my brain. Keep going. Why? After all this, why would I want to go further? What would make anyone continue after all I just went through? But still, that tiny thought was there. Keep going. I turn around and face the darkness. You're almost there. And with that, the idea creeps over my brain, spreading like a virus. And one step after another, I begin to stumble into the darkness. There's no wind like when the train came, but the temperature must have just dropped about 10 degrees. And mostly on my right. Am I crazy, or am I making out a shape in front of me now?